All right, you have finished your project. So that means that it is time to fill out an artist statement reflection for your project. So if you've watched the video on how to get your photo, if you're doing this as a hard copy, right, you should be printing off a photo. You want to make sure that it fits inside of this frame though. So use the template and watch the video that shows you how to use that. Now, before you cut it out and glue it, I would look at the colors that you have used throughout your project and try to give like a loose general idea as to kind of what that looks like on here. It just kind of brings it to that next level. So I'm going to be looking for each of these colors. All right, so upper corner, and I'm just gonna go through, I like colored pencils for something like this because I can just kind of do a very light overcoat. I don't hide then. You can still see that I have shading because I'm not pressing too hard. I got my red, actually, yeah. And it doesn't have to be super neat. It's just to get the general idea and kind of bring a little bit of life to your artist statement instead of just keeping it too plain. All right, throw some green in. I'm not grading on this part. As long as you have a quality photo, that's the important piece. But this is just to make your artist statement look better for future years. And the reason why you want to make sure that you are doing this before you are gluing is because it's a lot easier. Your paper is not curled from the glue. It's also not going to be bumpy from the glue. So it makes it a lot easier to do the coloring. So now I've made sure that I've gotten the colors correct. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit more green in here. Okay, so I got all my colors there. So I can put my project away. And now you want to cut out your miniature version of your project. This is where you can see that it doesn't matter if you have the text behind it, you end up cutting it off anyway. So, all right. Nice, neat little cut. This can be tossed or you can use it as scrap paper for something else. And now you can see, because I have used that template, that it fits here. All right, now if this is gonna bother you, we can kind of find some solutions. Maybe you wanna just cut off some white paper and glue that in there. I'm not gonna dock you for having that though. All right, now if you are doing this digitally, you shouldn't be having that text show there. So just keep that in mind. All right, and I just need a little bit around the edges. And I just like to flatten it out, shut my glue, and then glue my project here. Now, if you are doing something that's maybe three-dimensional, you can include multiple different angles in here. Maybe you can have two different pictures in there, and that'd make it a little bit more interesting. So just things to consider. All right, so you have your artwork on here. And I know that these aren't going to be great pictures. It's a black and white picture, but we do the best with what we can, right? So remember, for artist, that is your name. Make sure you're putting first and last. This is your way of making a professional reflection, all right? Your title, reminder that that should be relating to your artwork. So I shouldn't be titling this Rainbows and Unicorns because this isn't relating to unicorns, even though it does kind of relate to rainbows. So, but maybe I'll give my giraffe a little name. I could even just go blocky giraffe. You can make up words. It's kind of fun. Or gorgeous giraffe or whatever. Get creative. The mediums that I used for this project, so that is when I look at the completed thing. Maybe I did use pencil drawing it out, but I wouldn't include pencil because you can't see pencil in this finished copy. All it is acrylic paint. If you use multiple, maybe I colored over it with colored pencil at all, then I could add that in here. But sometimes you only use one, and that's fine. So acrylic paint, date completed. Today's date is February 17th, 2021. Now from here, you write your actual artist statement down below. Now, reminder that you use this artist statement flow chart. This you use as a guide to make sure that you are doing a complete reflection. This is where you show me what you learned. If you are not being thorough here, you're showing me that you didn't learn a whole lot. So just kind of keep that in mind. So for step one, describe your artwork. And then these are just questions. If you don't know how to describe it, think about sharing stuff relating to this. Step two, how did you create your artwork? Step three, what is the main idea of your artwork? Step four, what were your goals for your artwork? Step five, and what are your overall thoughts on your artwork? So you want to make sure that you're covering each of these. Now, I wouldn't, when I'm trying to describe my artwork, I wouldn't just say a painting because that isn't a very good description. Just try and describe what your artwork looks like to someone who can't see it. So I could start out with my artwork is a painting of a giraffe that is divided into 6 sections. Each section is a different color. Pretty simple. That's all I need to have. If you want to go more in depth, you can feel free to. You can have how did you create your artwork. So when making this artwork, I drew my giraffe, then divided my page into 6 sections. Finally, I painted it. I could even say like before painting, I also practiced mixing paint. All right, so I've kind of covered a couple different areas in there, different techniques maybe that I've tried out now. So that would be the things that I'd want to make sure to include. Step 3 is, what is the main idea of your artwork? So basically what So I guess based on these questions, it'd be what or who inspired your artwork. So why did I pick a giraffe? Maybe it would be something that I could be including. When people look at my artwork, what sort of emotions would you like them to see? I could even just say, you know, what should this be representing too? And I could be putting, let's say, my artwork has a very chill giraffe, but very vibrant colors. When people look at it, I hope that they feel both relaxed and happy. That's what I think. The vibrant colors make people feel happy. The chill might make them feel relaxed. Step 4, what were your goals for your artwork? So what did you want to accomplish with this artwork? Did you reach your goals? Why or why not? And that could even be, what were the assignment goals? So for this project, I wanted to accurately mix all 6 colors and be able to paint them in pure tint and piers, tints, and shades. All right, because that was really the main goal, is to be able to mix all of the colors and be able to have a tint, and a shade of each of those colors. So that's what I would probably put there. And then step 5, what are your overall thoughts? So this could be, you know, did your plans change? Did you have to problem solve? Did you like how your artwork turned out? And what could you have improved upon? And so maybe I would go, finally, I feel my artwork feels like one piece of art instead of 6, and I'm proud of that. I wish some of my paint sections were smoother though. So I've included, you know, what I thought I did well and what I could have improved on. And that is all that we need for your artist statement. So that's if you're doing a hard copy versus typing it out. If you're typing it out, this should all be typed, all this information, and then you put like an actual photo in there instead of gluing a photo. So let me know if you have questions. Otherwise, good luck.